The following program contains scenes and language of a frank and explicit nature. Discretion is advised.
All right. I was actually a little bit excited to come in. Can you make me a little louder?
Of course. A first happened today.
What was that?
With us. You want your your full volume louder?
Yeah.
I think that's that
There
one.
you go. That's good.
Yeah. You called me today.
Yeah.
And
well,
said-
you had called you had texted
Like
me
a week
the other day.
like a week and a half, and
Yeah.
you haven't been able to come in. You've been very busy doing a lot of shit. Mm-hmm. And then today I was going to do a Zoom show with Heidi because she's in Wisconsin.
Whoa.
Yeah, Heidi or Zoom?
Heidi.
Yeah, I figured. And I was like bummed about it because it's not as fun as what we usually do.
Yeah.
And then you're like texting me, said, "Hey, I got some time free today.
Yeah.
Let's do a show." And I was jazzed.
Yeah, and I was too. I obviously, if I didn't want to do it, I wouldn't have called.
Yeah, you had an out.
And then, and I have been super busy, and there's been a lot going on and all that, blah, 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 blah. But I was like, okay, I can get away for an hour or two today. And then I was like, okay, I'll run a couple of errands on the way over here. And it ruined it for me.
Fuck.
Possibly even ruined my entire weekend.
Shit. What happened? I mean, obviously we're gonna get into it, but like, was it one thing?
No, it was a couple of things. It was one thing at first, which was bad enough. Okay, so
Well, before we start, I just want to welcome. We have a new patron that I want to welcome to the show, Jason Parkins. Thank you very much. Appreciate that very much. That's all. Please continue with your story, Todd.
Parkinson's? Well, that's
Yes.
a weird name.
Chasing Parkinson's. He's trying to get it real bad.
Kind of a shaky name.
A little bit.
All right.
Go for it.
You know you can put the stuff underneath.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Why would I do that though? Why would I use it properly?
All right. So I went to the bank.
The money building.
The money building.
Okay.
I went into the bank. I had to go in because I usually just ATM it and whatever, but I had a check for my son that was given to him, so I was doing him a favor, actually.
Does he have a debit card or an ATM card?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And it was quite a large check for a 16-year-old.
Where's he getting money from?
It was a gift.
Okay.
Somebody gifted it to
All
a
right.
family member. So I was doing him a favor and putting it in, but it had to be in like before 3 o'clock
First
today.
quinceañera?
Yeah. I had to put it in before 3 o'clock today. There was some time limit where my wife was like, as long as it's in by 3 or so I was like, cool, I'll do it on the way over to Dan's. And I go in. First, the bank is right across the street from the coffee place from Starbucks.
Mm-hmm.
So I put in my order because I was like going to get a coffee on the way over here.
Planning ahead.
Yeah, I'm planning ahead.
I like it.
So I put in my order right when I walk into the bank. And I walk in, I press send, pay or whatever. As soon as I walk in, there's like a fucking line all the way to the end, like almost out the door.
Like old school bank days.
Old school bank days. So I'm standing there and I'm like, all right, well, this is what it is. And I couldn't go to the ATM. Like his account is supposed to be linked up to mine, but it just it is, but it just wasn't working. Mm-hmm. I tried the ATM first outside. So I go in and I'm stuck in there and I'm like, well, fuck, I got to stay here. That's when I texted you. I'm fucking held up at the bank. And I'm starting to get pissed just as a human being would because they have to wait.
Is it not moving?
It's not moving.
Barely moving?
And here's why it's not moving. They built fucking 12 windows. There's one person working.
I have never once been to a bank where all the windows are taken up ever once.
It's like insulting.
What are you preparing for?
Let's build all these fucking windows to make everybody like throw it in their face that they're just open and nobody's doing any business in them. So there's one guy working, but there's another woman back there who's the manager. And she's just standing there.
Lollygagging.
Just standing there like watch. And she knows people are pissed, and she knows especially me. Like she keeps looking over at me because I'm mugging her. I'm like get behind the fucking window.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Help.
Literally 30 minutes later, I get to the window. 30 fucking minutes in the fucking bank.
That's an entire episode of Friends.
Yeah, I get to the window. And the kid is like, it's not his fault, you know. So he's like, you know, how's it going today, sir? Or whatever he's supposed to say to me. I was like, I just have a deposit. He asked me again, how's it going? Like as if I didn't hear him. And I go, not very well. And he's taken aback by it. And she's looking at me now. And I go, excuse me. What are you doing? And she's like, oh, I'm the manager, which I know. I've been going to the same fucking bank for like 18 years.
Like, I know who you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, don't you think you can jump behind one of the windows? That's not my job. I was like, well, you're the manager, though. You didn't come in at that position. You were a teller at one point and worked your way up to manager. Like, you know how to tell.
Yeah.
Look at how many people are here. She's like, I'm sorry, we're shorthanded today. And now I'm like going personal in my head. I'm like, you fucking bug-eyed, buck-toothed fucking cunt. Like, I'm not saying that out loud.
Oh,
but,
good.
Yeah,
I feel like if you did, you wouldn't be here right now.
But that's where I'm going. I'm like, because she just looks fucking stupid. I'm sorry. That's what she looked like. Like, I'm not trying to be...
This is the thing in life. Like, there are some people where you just look dumb.
Yeah, she looked dumb. Her IQ was not up to snuff.
I remember growing up, you were catching flies. Just
Yeah. That's kind of how she was looking. I'm like, well, you know, I forget, what did I exactly say? Because I said something that made it like not cool.
Okay. You changed the tone.
Yeah, I said, oh, you're not a very efficient manager.
Oh.
I was like, you could jump behind.
That's pretty good.
I was like, you can jump behind one of these windows. Like, look at how many people are here. You guys have 12 windows built. There's one person. That's when she said, oh, well, we're shorthanded right now. I go, okay. I mean, what am I supposed to say to that? There's fucking everyone in Los Angeles is looking for fucking a job.
I was waiting for you to stop talking, so I'd say, isn't everybody looking for work?
Yeah, like fucking hire more people. Like bank teller is a good job for someone who's like
inside air conditioning,
yeah.
so you know what you're getting every week.
So here's the insult to injury. The reason why they're shorthanded, everyone's at lunch.
Okay.
So I make my transaction finally, and I'm like, fucking goddamn it. You know, like, and I leave. What else am I going to say? I already kind of made my grievance known, and
at every business, you stagger lunch. You stagger lunch breaks.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. So right when the guy gives me the receipt, 3 fucking people who work in the bank walk in, all slow and entitled, and get back there. And I just stand at the door to watch what they're going to do. And they take their sweet ass time, and then they each spread out to a window.
And there's still a line at this point,
There's
right?
a fucking huge line. And no one's saying anything. Like, no one's fidgeting. And I'm starting to think, am I the old grumpy guy? I'm the only one who's annoyed by this? Like, is this why the world is the way it is because everybody just takes it in the fucking ass?
I think in society as a whole, we've just kind of given up. We can't beat all that stuff. So we're just like rolling over.
Usually I'll have like a person in front of me, a completely different person than I am.
Turn around, like, can you believe this shit?
Yeah, like at least share some human suffering commonality.
Like a wide eye, just like a
Jesus Christ. Like we all were thinking, bitch, why don't you fucking help a few people out? Say out to the line, is there anyone who just has straight deposits, or is there anyone who's just getting cash or whatever? You know what I mean? Like,
or even announce like, hey, everyone's on lunch break. They're due back any minute. Bear with us.
But that's the other thing. You're
Here's
the
a
fucking
lollipop.
manager. You go to lunch now. When she gets back, you go to lunch. When he gets back, you go to like
You
you
see
know
it all
what I
the
mean?
time at every normal job. You never send everybody to lunch
But
because
she's
also
just fucking standing there.
when do people
like
go to the
this.
bank during lunch? What a beautiful buck-toothed, wide-eyed bitch.
That's what she looked like. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be hurtful. That is what she looked like. If I had to describe her to the police, that's how I would describe her.
Let's do it. Mr. Newman, you were at the bank today, and you mentioned the teller. Can you describe her to me, please?
Oh, well, no, she wasn't the teller. She was the manager.
Oh, excuse me. What was her physical appearance like, sir?
She was a fucking bug-eyed, buck-toothed, stupid bitch. That's what she looked like.
Got it. Thank you.
And they would
APB.
catch her. They would catch her in 2 seconds. Oh, that's
Just
her.
licking paint somewhere.
That's obviously her. So I go to get my coffee. Cold, obviously.
You know her name is Marge, by the way, or some shit.
I go to get my coffee, fucking cold, and I got a cup of ice water because it's fucking hot out. So I got my coffee, got my water, and I was going to go into the Rite Aid I had a prescription in the Rite Aid, an eye drop prescription. So I walk in for my fucking glaucoma and cataracts that I don't really have, but just it sounds
You're
like
on your way.
I'm on my way to that. I walk in, and there's like 45 people in line at the prescription. I'm like, you know what?
It's not your day.
Do it later.
Yeah,
You
I'll
know?
come at midnight.
So I turn around, I get in the car, I'm driving. I'm like halfway here. Guzzle the rest of my water, and I take the lid off. It's all ice now. And I chuck the ice out the window so I could throw the cup on my floor. There's a woman next to me with her kids in the car, with the window open. My windows are open. And I see her giving me a dirty look. So I go, and
Yeah, and yeah.
she's like, that's littering. And I go, honey, it's fucking ice. It's going to turn into water, and in about a minute and a half, it's going to turn into air.
That you'll breathe.
Why don't you mind your fucking business? And this all has happened to me already. So I'm like, why don't you mind your fucking business? She just looks down. She's like, and I hear her say, it's still littering.
She had to win.
And so the kids are in the car, and they're older, like 13, 14-year-old, 2 girls. So I say, hey kids, sorry, but your mother's a fucking cunt.
No, you didn't.
And I just,
No, you did not.
oh, yeah. Like, fuck you, mind your fucking business. There's school shootings, there's mass killings, there's fucking carjackings. People get shit dumped on their head that we know.
They deserve it, though.
When did people stop being afraid? Or is it just with me? Because then I get the self-doubt. Like, what is it about me that she thought she could fucking say that to me?
Am I not scary anymore?
Yeah, I'm not. I'm like, oh, okay, I'm old, irrelevant guy now.
Oh.
Yeah, like that's where I go in my head. And then I get here, and I'm like, you know what? Fuck Dan. Fuck Dan for inviting me over to this fucking show. That's what I get for trying to be nice and help him out. Like, oh, I'll come today. Oh, come by and do a little radio. Like, I start getting mad at you because it's your fault that all of this happened.
What do I sound like?
Hey, we want you to come down and do a little radio. Heidi's, she's gone. We're gonna do a Zoom, but I don't want to do a Zoom. It sucks.
Everyone hates their voice, but when someone does a good impression of your voice, it really makes you want to stop talking forever.
Yeah, you called me today. That's weird. Weird.
But I do like. At least I can vocalize it and be honest about it. Like I did. I was like, you know what? Fuck Dan. I don't have to fucking come over here and deal with this shit. And it's like, look, I know. And this is a serious note here.
Okay.
I know it seems funny the way I get to people, right? Like it's entertaining how mad I get.
For everyone but
it.
you. Yeah.
For everybody but me. I get it. And I know like what the world needs, but the fucking world is what's making me not able to give it what it needs. Do you know what I mean? Like how you know what I mean?
You're trying to help.
I'm trying
to do your part, and society will not let you do what has to happen.
I'm trying real hard to be the shepherd.
What's that? Oh, is that oh god. Pulp Fiction.
Yes.
The Righteous Man or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah, nice. Well, damn, well, I'm happy you came. I'm sorry it's been the worst day of your life.
Yeah. But every day is like that. Every day when I step out, I have a good outlook. When I get
You
up
gotta
and I
stop
leave.
leaving the house. That's what I do. I just stay in here. Stay here.
I go out and I'm like, it just sucks.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It does.
Yeah.
It does.
It fucking sucks.
I was traveling Went to Chicago.
That fucking cunt. I can't believe she had the balls to say something to me about my ice.
And it literally turns into oxygen.
Yeah, I know.
Like, you doing that is actually kind of probably good for the environment, especially in Los Angeles.
Not to keep fucking dwelling upon it, but
we can do a whole hour on this. I don't give a shit.
She saw me dump it and then relit it and throw the cup on my floor. Like when I get home, I empty out my car because, like, you know, there's a water bottle, some tissue, whatever, like a napkin or whatever. Because I don't throw shit out the window. Right. Regardless of what people might think of the kind of person I am not a litterer.
No, you're you do the right shit. But people don't give you the respect that you deserve. That's the problem.
That's the underlying problem. Yeah. And why should they?
Ooh, that's a good question too.
You know what I mean? I get
you're
that
just a
too.
guy.
Yeah. What? But I do. I get like, why are you fucking fearless to say something to me? Why are you not afraid in the world we live in today? And I'm not saying that based on what I look like or like the car I drive or whatever.
But people are more unpredictable now than ever. So you should be even more careful about who you're like.
That's my
messing
point.
with.
That's my point. There's like, you know, you can't say something to a kid in school. He'll fucking kill everybody. Yeah. You can't say something to someone on the street. They might turn around and stab you. Or like I said, dump a bucket of shit on your head or whatever it is.
And everybody's an MMA fighter now. You can't even have a snarky comment to a dude because he'll break you in 100 pieces.
Yeah. Like, who the fuck do you think you are that you have balls big enough to say something to me? And I used to be much more of that person that would be like, oh, really? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And get myself into trouble, which I don't do.
Maybe you have to resort to some form of random violence.
I think I do. That's why when I pulled up, there was this nice mint green Bronco parked outside, and I just keyed the whole fucking side of it.
You did what? Wait a minute, what? Also, mint green, excuse me.
Whatever
please.
it is.
Thank
Forest
you.
green.
Yeah, there we go. More like it. You might have to make a name for yourself.
I know. Infamous?
Yes. Todd Newman kills 17 motorists and then goes to the bank and murders all 40 people, ending with the manager. Or kill the manager and then kill everyone there.
There's not 40 people working there. That's the fucking, you know.
No, but kill everyone in line.
I would spare them. I'm not a psycho. There's rhyme and reason to my killing.
They're not scared of you either.
I know.
When you made up, they're probably making comments about you when you were defending them.
Look at how mad this guy's getting for no reason. What do you mean no reason? Like,
what's that old man screaming about over there? Is he lost?
Yeah.
I hope his daughter comes and collects him soon.
Oh my God.
Yeah, society's not great. I went to Chicago last week, or got back a couple days ago from Lollapalooza. I was there with Porno for Pyros for 4 shows. And we're talking about crazy people. I was at the urinal pissing. Mm-hmm. And you know how, like, guys know when there's a person next to you, a guy next to you, you never look directly at them, but your periphery picks them up, right? You kind of assess them with the corner of your eye at a urinal. Right. I hear this guy like grumbling and like talking to his dick at the urinal. Fucking, God damn it. God, fucking piss. And I'm like, what's he talking? I can't hear him. He's right next to me. I can't hear him very well. Mm-hmm. I'm looking. He's kind of older. And then I hear him say, he started pissing before I did. I walked up to his conversation. I hear him say, I'm going to fucking kill everybody. I'm going to kill everybody. He said it twice. I'm going to kill everybody. He said it twice. And then he zipped up and walked away. And I'm just beginning my piss. So I got a little nervous that, like, is this guy going to take a plane down or something? Right. And I actually wanted to get a better visual just in case something happened, but he left so quickly. I have no idea what he looked like, but literally holding his dick, talking to it, and wanting to kill everybody.
You should have antagonized him. You should have been like,
you should do it.
No.
Do it.
I don't think you're going to do it, pussy.
You don't have the balls, old man.
I don't think you have the nerve, buddy.
You should do it. Try it. Kill everybody. Shit's weird. Went to do Lollapalooza. When is the last time that you purposely attended a festival?
purposely, like as
a fan,
as not a I'm with the guys in the band,
right?
Or whatever.
You're not scooting in, scooting out.
A festival, like a full on, not just a concert, but a actual
like
festival.
a weekend festival.
Maybe Lollapalooza in like 91.
Oh, the first one.
Yeah, like the first one that I saw at Jones Beach.
Yeah, what a
Or
great
no,
venue,
maybe
by the
I
way.
went to Coachella a couple times after that. So
For
maybe
the whole
that.
weekend. You did the whole thing.
I did stayed for a day, slept a night, stayed a little bit of the next day, and then left.
And you went to see live music.
Yes, but I also had an in with someone who had all the back, like who knows someone who owns the land that it's on.
Okay.
So like I had.
But were you watching in the crowd?
Not really.
Okay, so it's
No, I was on the side stages and behind the stage.
I am just absolutely blown away at how many people choose to be outside in the sun. And now it was a 4-day festival. Can you see this lineup?
Yes.
I mean, it's a bunch of little name shit, but like, also, I just don't know who anybody is. Like,
that trips me out too. Is like when I look at shows or stuff on TV or award shows or whatever, I'm like, I have no idea. My kids, I'm like, I'm like, they listen to people. I'm like, who the fuck is this?
same. Like, I'm looking at the Thursday. I know Metallica, obviously. The second biggest headliner, Lil Baby. I'm lost. I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, me neither.
And then we have Jasmine Sullivan, Billy Strings.
Oh, Jesse Joe Stark played?
Dude. Sam Fender, Tony Velour, Jesse Joe Stark.
Oh, but they're nothing compared to David Solomon.
What is happening here?
Yeah, I have no idea who any of those people
Night
are.
2, Dua Lipa. I've heard the name. If Dua Lipa was in this room, I wouldn't know what she looked like. I have no idea.
I didn't even know that was. I thought it was Dua Lipa.
Oh, maybe it is.
I don't know.
God, we're so fucking. I know who Machine Gun Kelly is.
I know who Machine Gun Kelly is, but don't care for him.
Right. Okay. And then the third big guy, Glass Animals. No idea.
Yeah.
Don Tolliver.
But then J. Cole, who's the headliner on Saturday, is that Saturday?
Yeah.
I don't know who that is.
That's the main headliner. I've never heard of this
Never
person
heard of
before. Once in my life. Kygo. Maybe heard of it. Big Sean. Heard of it.
I haven't even heard of it.
Cascade, spelled Kaskade. I'm out. I got nothing. And then Green Day. Okay. Saturday, J. Cole headlines. Sunday, Green Day, and then J. Hope. Lost. Porno for Pyros. Obviously, I was there with them. But there's 160 something bands played, and I maybe have heard of 6 or 7.
Yeah, but you know what? Even when I would go to festivals like in my early 20s, late teens, right? I would know 1 or 2 of them and wouldn't know the rest. But they weren't big like this then.
Yeah.
There was like 5 bands. That was
Right.
like a new thing.
You don't
Like,
know the first couple bands of the day.
Yeah.
But this is like headliners I've never heard of before. Now, I know I'm
So
out
you're
of
just
touch.
as old as I am. That's
Oh,
what
yeah.
that's saying.
Yeah. I told someone the other day, I stopped listening to any new music in like 2000.
Right.
That's probably the last new thing I really enjoyed.
Right.
But it's just, I mean, every year
I usually
feel
have
more
to
and more
ask
out
my
of touch.
daughter, and she'll know.
Do you think she would know all the big names, the big font names?
Some of them. I mean, maybe she would know all of them. I don't know.
It's really crazy.
But like, she wouldn't know Porno for Pyros.
Really?
No, I don't think so.
Neither did most of the crowd. It was
it's-
odd. It was really, really weird.
I mean, my son would know. My son knows all the music we know and the new and some of the new. And I'll have to ask him like, who's this? And he'll be like, oh, that's a whatever TikToker or whatever that has a big following, and I'm not into it or whatever. But he at least knows it because he's younger. But
Yeah, it's crazy. We Porno for Pyros replaced Jane's Addiction on the bill because Jane's couldn't make it there, and so we built the weekend around it. We flew in on Thursday, and then Porno played on the roof of our hotel on Friday for like a private little acoustic show, which was kind of cool. And then, have you ever been to the Metro in Chicago?
Yes.
That's fine. One of the best clubs in the country, probably.
Mm-hmm. I
So,
have been there.
Porno played there on Saturday, which was great. It was their crowd,
Mm-hmm.
and they played like hour and a half, and it was really, really awesome.
Right.
And the next day, they played Lolla on the main stage before Green Day.
Mm-hmm.
And again, they played great, but the crowd was just, they didn't know it.
Right.
It wasn't their crowd. But yeah, they played great. Billy Corgan came out and did
I saw that online. Yeah.
When the Levee Breaks. And it's weird. Suck that vape. Like I said, I've technically met Billy 14 or 15 years ago.
Uh-huh.
We've been around each other a lot, but I am very intimidated by him.
He's an intimidating guy. First of all, he's huge, like just physically.
He's a big guy.
He's a big
you don't
dude.
realize.
Yeah.
And
And he's so intelligent. Is what's intimidating about him too, I think.
yes, true.
Mm-hmm.
True. And Navarro was, and him did this thing called the Spirits in the Sky. Remember that cool acoustic thing they were doing?
Yeah, that's how I know him.
Okay.
I didn't know him before that.
It was like a 2-week van tour we did, kind of early when I started working for Dave. And so I was in a van with Billy every day for a couple weeks. And like 5 or 6 days into it, him and I, for some reason, are the only ones in the van. He turns and goes, "Why don't you ever talk to me?" I was like, I don't know. I feel like, I said, you, it feels like you don't want to be talked to.
Yeah.
And
He's a rebellious spirit.
Yeah. And I feel like even him saying that to me, like challenged me.
Right,
and then I'm
right,
like,
right.
I fucked up.
Right,
God, I
right.
ruined it. And so every time we see each other, I'm like, he's not going to know who I am. Like, he has no idea. But every time he's like, "Hi, Dan, how are you?"
Yeah.
Even when he says hello, it's like, what's wrong?
There was like 1 or 2 times we were doing Dark Matter in the beginning when we were still doing it at Indie, and he called in. It's when you guys were doing, Dave was doing the Spirit in the Sky thing, and he referred to me a couple of times like on the air, and I was taken aback by it. Like, how the fuck does he even know who I am? Like, even though I've met him several times with Dave, I don't expect like the millions of things going on in this guy's head. How am I going to register? I never had a conversation with him. I never really talked to him.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I could see how he's an intimidating guy.
Yeah.
In a respect way. Like
That's kind of what it is.
yeah, it's like you
I'm
have
not-
so much respect for him that you're kind of intimidated by him in a weird way. I understand that.
Okay,
I feel that
good.
with
So I'm
him
not
too.
crazy.
No.
I always feel like if I say hello or ask a question, that I'm bothering him.
Yeah. I get like that with people too, honestly. Like, I don't bother this guy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Me and Dave one night, the most intimidated I ever was.
Can I guess? Chappelle? I was. Okay.
We saw him, and Dave's like, "You gonna say something?" I'm like, "Absolutely not. I don't want to bother this
No
guy."
part of you thought like I have to. Even
Yeah,
a fist bump. Like, you
yeah,
gotta just-
a part of me thought that, but I was certainly not going to, especially knowing he's not someone who loves that kind of stuff. Like, he said it in interviews, he said it in his act, and, you know, people coming up to him or whatever. So I was like, you know, I was starstruck by him. He's one of my favorites of all time. And we were sitting there, and he's like, "Are you going to say something to him?" I was like, no way. I do not. I respect him too much for my own ego of like, I got to say something to him, you know? So he walks out and he goes to smoke a cigarette. And even the way he walks out, Dave and I are the only ones like on the patio area. But even the way he walks out was like, "Don't talk to me. I'm moving fast."
He
Yeah.
exudes it.
I'm moving fast.
With
I'm
purpose.
moving this way to be away from whoever's standing over here, whoever's sitting over here. And then he turns around after a minute and looks, and he recognizes Dave. He's like, "Oh, my man." And he came over to us. So like once that door was open,
You're good.
and we talked, and he was so fucking cool and so nice and so regular and so down to earth. And I did tell him how I felt. Like, I was like, you know, "Dude, I got to just say," after we talked for a few minutes, you know, and he was like, he was so appreciative. He was like, "Thank you, man. Thank you." And I was like, "Dude, it's beyond comedy. It's straight up like you're in the Nietzsche fucking, you know, like in
Philosopher, we always say it. Yep.
class, you know."
Yep.
And we talked about a couple of things, and he was so fucking nice and so fucking cool. And then Dave was telling him something. He was his friend had come out. He was with another guy, and he introduces him to us, and we're all talking. And I guess this guy was also had a radio show, and Dave started telling him something about I don't even remember what it was, but I went, as Dave was telling him, I looked at Chappelle's friend, I went, and he started cracking up, and Dave Chappelle goes, what? He's like, oh, my man, it's funny. He's like, he went like, and I made him laugh, which was...
You made Chappelle laugh.
Which was one of the greatest moments. Yeah. One of the greatest moments of my life.
That's kind of great.
I met him, and I met George Carlin. It was the same experience, the same feeling.
That's pretty amazing.
And George Carlin had said, I was sitting out there, have you met Charlie, my writing partner?
I've heard of him a million times. I don't think we've ever met.
He's like an intimidating looking kind of guy.
Is he a New Yorker as well?
Yeah, he's a New Yorker, like, Coney Island, Brooklyn guy. And we're sitting outside at this place where we always used to hang out. And he walked by us and was walking into the store next door to the restaurant we were sitting outside of. And he walked in, and then he leaned back and he went, oh, you guys are fucking trouble, I could tell. And then went into the store, and I looked at my buddy, and I'm like, that's the opening. So as soon as he came out, I got up, and I talked to him for a few minutes. And he does that whole bit. I don't know if you ever heard about guys named Todd.
I think I have it somewhere. I might have it.
So he's like, what's your name? We were talking for a couple of minutes. He goes, what's your name? And I go, oh, you're going to love this. And he goes, Todd. He goes, oh, you got to watch out with that name. I'm like, I know. I'm like, do you know that I've cited that bit and used to play it for my mother over and over again to prove that she should have named me something else?
George Carlin Todd rant.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking great. Oh, okay.
Way to go. Wah, 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 wah. You got to go from the beginning because that's the first thing he says.
I'm gonna, but the fucking...
Oh, you're the worst. You're like the fucking chick in the bank.
I'm the best.
And I'm getting really sick of guys named Todd. It's just it's a goofy fucking name.
I agree.
Hi, what's your name? Todd. I'm Todd. And this is Blake and Blair and Blaine and Brent. Where are all these goofy fucking boys' names coming from? Taylor, Tyler, Jordan, Flynn. These are not real names. You want to hear a real name? Eddie.
I mean,
Eddie is a real name. Whatever happened to Eddie? He was here a minute ago. Joey and Jackie and Johnny and Phil, Bobby and Tommy.
Wait, listen
and
to
Danny
it
and
more.
Bill. What happened? Todd. And Cody and Dylan and Cameron
and Tucker.
And Tucker.
I used to know a guy named Tucker. We used to do this right here.
I'm Todd. Hi, Todd.
I'm Tucker. Fuck
Tucker.
Tucker sucks.
And fuck Tucker's friend,
Kyle.
his face. Each
yeah.
name has its own face.
Yeah.
There's another soft name for a boy. Kyle. Soft names make soft people. I'll bet you anything that 10 times out of 10, Nicky, Vinny, and Tony will beat the shit out of Todd, Kyle, and Tucker.
Which is why I was always friends with guys named Nicky, Vinny, and Tony. I used to hang out with them
Fucking
instead
great.
of the other guys.
So they won't fuck you up.
But I used to tell my mother, I'm like, how could you fucking name me that in like the area we're growing up? I'm growing up in, like.
What's your middle name?
Oh, it's even worse.
Wait, you've said it before. I forget. What is it?
It's worse.
Was it Benjamin? What is it?
Benjamin.
That's another kind of soft name. I don't know.
Ian.
Ian Mackay, though.
Fuck him too.
You're in a mood today, dude. No one's ever said fuck Ian Mackay.
Fuck Ian Mackay.
Fucking pussy bitch.
Nice name, bitch.
Todd Ian. 2 one-syllable names.
No, they're not 2 one-syllable names. Ian is 2 syllables, you fucking idiot.
Wow.
2 one-syllable names. Weird.
The beautiful part of this is that I can edit that out.
Hey, but you're not going to.
No, I won't. No, I won't. You know I wouldn't.
I'm never coming back.
I have never once removed something that made me look stupid, and I got to leave that one in. And
Yeah, I
it
know.
might end up being the clip of the
I
week.
set you up on a date with this chick. She works at a bank.
and she's also a fucking
You
retard.
guys are just alike.
Two brainless, big-titted idiots.
You guys have so much in common.
How did I say that? I'm not stupid. I know what a syllable is.
I know. They're two short names, is what you said. Two quick,
Yeah,
short.
so that's what I meant.
Yeah.
Yeah, simple. 7 total letters and 2 names. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's not enough. There's no flair, no pizzazz to it.
None.
Todd. It is boring. Todd. I feel that way. And what's funny is I used to complain to my mother about my name before he did that bit.
Oh, so when you saw it, you're like, oh my.
When I saw it, immediately, Ma, listen.
Did it bum you out, though? With the George Carlin?
No, it didn't. It validated.
Singled you out, though.
It validated me because I felt like, wait, this isn't just some insecurity. I'm right. Like, exactly what he said is how I feel. And like, I've actually thought about it. I'll change my name. Like when I move to LA, I'll change it to something different. Like,
I was going to ask,
everybody does.
Did you
that.
have an idea of what you wanted your name to be?
I never fell on anything. Like, no, I didn't.
I was Nicholas until right before I was born, and they changed it to Dan.
Dan.
Oh, Dan's a good one.
Daniel.
Danny.
Emmanuel.
Danny.
It's the name of a 5-year-old, Danny.
So what? It's a cool 5-year-old. Kid gets fucking laid, you know that much. More than Todd or Kyle or Tucker.
Yeah, Danny, the 1-syllable name.
I'm so upset at myself. Yeah, I just can't. You can't make those mistakes around you of all people. I'll never.
Well, dude, I mean, if the people knew how we text.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be. This.
The word "few," PHEW, is texted more times than anyone because.
Oh yeah.
When Dan and I text each other, if there's a mistake, and either one of us catches it before the other person can type the correction,
incessant.
Yeah, and it's like to the point where we'll screenshot and be like, I can't believe what an idiot you are over some talk to text.
That's it.
Thing that just it didn't pick it up right.
Do you know what makes me most mad with you is when I do speak to text all the time. When you look at it, the words are spelled correct. And right as you go to send it, it changes the spell.
Yeah.
Flip at the last second.
Yeah.
Why are you changing it now? And then it makes, opens the door for criticism.
But what we do is if we correct it before the other person sees it, then we text PHEW.
Close one.
Phew.
That was close. And then when you catch your mistake, you are frantically trying to correct it. And sometimes you're going so fast, you start writing the wrong shit again. And it really gets like Mission Impossible. Like
it's like 1 mistake, 2 mistake, 3 mistake, and then you text, God damn it.
Yeah. It's like defusing a bomb a little bit. That kind of stress.
Because we don't like fucking being perceived as stupid. Like the way that someone would think that Ian has 1 syllable in it.
I don't like this. I don't like what's going on here. Speaking of idiots, driving the other day in the valley, I mean, obviously, look at you. You work out, fit as a fiddle, fucking shredded.
Fucking 52 years old.
2 chests over there, 2 full chests.
Should I give a little?
You do look big. Oh, there it is. Wait, hold on. There we go. Look at that fucking shit. How do you do that?
Because I have manly muscles.
Like, did you have to practice that, or does it?
I just naturally did it one day, and I was like,
I just shake
it's
mine.
just you.
Just fucking bring it in, girl.
Oh my god, I can't watch.
Because you're getting hard.
You gotta just relax and.
Can you just do the right one over and over again?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Make it like my heart's beating.
Are you doing it? Is it part of your bicep?
No.
That's crazy. I don't get it. It's a good trick. I saw a guy on the sidewalk. The guy had a weight bench and a bunch of kettlebells.
Just out on the sidewalk?
On the sidewalk, but not in front of a house.
That's very like New York.
Right.
People do that.
But usually I think you would do it with like, you'd have a few dudes out there like, what is it? What's it? Sitting in? Cutting in? What's it called?
What do you mean?
When working in.
Working it, yeah.
When
yeah.
you like
yeah,
swap
yeah,
out.
yeah.
I've never seen someone outside of an apartment building. Like, where did you bring this stuff from?
Right.
And why on the sidewalk? And it wasn't like on the grass part.
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like directly where people were walking.
Yeah,
I thought it was a very bold move.
it's a very New York attitude.
Yeah.
People, I used to know guys that used to just work out, like, go sit in the courtyard in front of everybody. Like,
So strange.
you know what else is a very New York thing? The old silver visor. I had a friend.
Oh, like Magda from Something About Mary, the chick sunning herself?
Yeah, like I had a friend who would like sit out in the middle of the fucking courtyard. Like, we're not near a beach. There's no pool. There's no, and he would just oil himself up and sit out there like a big Guido guy that I used to know. And just
So probably so brown, just so dark.
it's a very New York thing.
You sent a video to me yesterday of Luca, your son, playing guitar, and I have to say, he is crushing it.
Yeah, he's getting good.
Like
Even I said something to him yesterday because I let him go back there. He plays in his room all the time with his headphones, or he goes in the back. You know the setup that we have in the back house, and does his thing. And usually when he has lessons with Nick, who's
Nick
U-turn,
Mayberry,
yeah,
yep.
he was fucking such a great guy and such a phenomenal musician. But I let them do their thing because I don't want to be dad sitting there, like, you know. But every once in a while, couple of months, more.
oh yeah,
Every couple of months, I'll go back there and really listen to him. And I sat back there. I was like, holy shit. And what I sent you yesterday, he had just learned that in that lesson. Like, he never played that before.
he was like doing all the downstroke riffs of Master of Puppets, and like there's some hard. Like I'm a Metallica fanatic, and I've been playing music. I started playing bass 30 years ago, and playing guitar 30 years ago. I've never attempted to really learn those kind of riffs. I can't do them.
Yeah, and he's not naturally, like, coordinated in that way.
Right.
So he had to really get himself work to get to the level he's at. And it's like, I'm like, whoa, dude, like, that's fucking
I mean
impressive.
it. I am truly, truly blown away at how good he's playing. Yeah. And like he was playing along to the song, and like right on the beat, not fucking up anything. It was really, really impressive. Is he proud of himself right now? Can you tell?
I think so. I mean, he's certainly not, he doesn't have like a cocky bone in his body,
I'll give him one.
but so he's not bragging like, look what I can do. He's not like that at all.
Right.
But when I do say like, look, dude, I got to tell you, like, I'm fucking super impressed. Like, you know, blah, blah. He'll be like, oh, thanks. You know, like, thanks. You could tell it means something to him, but he's not over exuberant about it.
Right.
He's just like, well, yeah, this is what we do every week in the back. Like, you know, like he's getting it. He started working on the solos, both Kirk and James's solos. And like, I walked in on that, so I wasn't video ready, you know? And, he was, you know, there was obviously parts he was messing up, but the meat of it, like getting most of it, I was like, holy shit!
I really can't believe it. And that's one of their best songs, and that's might be my favorite solo of all time.
It's one of mine too. I said that yesterday to them. I'm like, I said it to Nick. I was like, this song in particular, I think that came out in '86.
No, Ride the Lightning was 86. Master of Puppets might have been 84, 85?
It wasn't 84. Look it up.
Oh no, Master of Puppets was the third record.
Yeah,
Ride the
I
Lightning
think it's
was
I think it's 86.
You're right.
Because I saw them in 1986 open for Ozzy at the
on that tour.
Meadowlands. So I was exactly Luca's age when I went to that concert. And that song to me is like the quintessential, like, you can only hear one song of what this band is all about.
Sorry, that was not what I was trying to do. Yeah.
But that's it. That's the song. It's a fucking masterpiece. Like the different parts, the breakdowns, the solos. Yeah, it's
That song is kind of
the
like
subject matter.
It's kind of like 3 Days for Jane's, where it tackles everything. Like that solo is like just the most beautiful.
Yeah, play it. He was getting some of it. I might have even.
Fucking idiot.
I'm not gonna look for it right now on my phone, but I could show you after. I might have
Where
some
is
of it.
this? I have this. It's just the solo guitars.
Isolated.
Yeah, somewhere. Master Puppets. If you play it, we can't play the song on the radio.
This is my son, though. It's not the song.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, he's.
It really, I really am impressed. I don't know what this version is, but
He's gonna get his fucking cock sucked when he starts playing it. And
so he's gonna get it sucked all the way down to the bass, over and over and over again for the rest of his
that's
life.
all I say to him whenever he does something on the guitar. I'm like, holy shit! I'm like, dude, you're gonna get so laid, and he's just like, shut up.
Has he gotten laid yet? Do you know?
I don't think so.
Just call him and find out. Do you remember when my little brother came on Dark Matter and divulged he lost his virginity, and that's how my mom found out that he lost virginity? That was pretty funny.
She didn't find out when she was there. Wasn't she there?
Jesus, Todd. How dare you? How dare you? I'm going to call Heidi real quick if that's cool with you.
Yeah.
Call Heidi Van Tassel.
Calling Heidi Van Tasso. Mobile.
Tasso?
Tassow.
Hello, 1 second. Can you hear us?
I can hear you guys.
Hi.
Hi.
Todd, you're on with me and Todd right now.
Hello.
I'm not gonna say hi. Fuck you.
Whoa. Where are you, at a cowboy bar?
Yes.
What are you doing?
I'm actually I came down to meet a friend of mine, an old friend of mine that I've known since I was like a little kid.
Ooh.
Someone who you've known since you became sexually active.
Oh shit.
No, it's a girl.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Even better.
Ew. Oh.
I bet you missed that noise, huh?
Ugh. No, I did not.
It sounded like she just made that noise.
Yeah, she did.
Ew, gross.
Heidi, you're missed around here.
I miss you guys.
How was your drive out? How's the trip going? And when the fuck are you coming home?
The drive out was good. United States is beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I cried when I drove through Utah,
Why?
and because it's fucking beautiful.
Oh, I agree.
There's,
stone structure, not structures, the stone.
stone.
What?
Do you know what I'm saying?
Oh, like the
Yeah, there's a lot of rocks in the United States.
Rocks. That's what it is. Big rocks.
you know, the Stones, the Rolling Stones.
You got what? You got stoned?
Yeah, totally, man. But I listened to murder podcasts all the way out. So every time I would stop, I'd look around and I would just be like, no, you can't fucking fool me. You can't murder me. I'd look at everybody. I'm like, why are you so nice? Like,
I have a strong feeling that on your drive home, I feel like something.
I'm going to get murdered?
No, I think you might. I think something really bad's going to happen on your way home, and you might be the subject. What? And you
like, that's horrible.
No, but something. No. But something really, really bad, and then that you might be the subject of a podcast someday.
Stupid. No.
Yeah. And
well, something really bad did happen to her, and she was the subject of our podcast.
Correct, but I mean one that's like becomes
This
like
is how we met her.
becomes a 10-parter on some other some other murder
An
podcast.
unsolved
Yes.
type of thing.
Yes, they found
did you
Heidi
see-
in 300 different pieces.
You know what would be crazy is if you are so obsessed with that podcast coming out, if you were the one behind everything, just so that they would make a podcast about it.
Oh my god,
Wow.
dude! If I
That's
were
a good
if I were a
film,
killer, if I was a serial killer, and Heidi, if I saw you like leaving a like a truck stop or like a rest stop, you are the exact kind of person that I would want to murder.
Wow. I gotta go.
No, but slowly.
Like like talking to my boyfriend. It's like negative.
Where's he right now, by the way?
Oh, he's getting ready to go to Greece on Saturday.
Are you looking forward to going with him?
He's creating an
I
alibi.
was invited.
Heidi, he's going to Greece and she's not invited.
Yeah, my birthday is on the 16th, but he's gonna try and make it back for my birthday.
He's gonna try and make it back before your birthday.
It depends on how much fun he's having in Greece without you.
Right.
Oh man,
how much anal sex he's having.
They do love it there.
Yeah.
But if it makes you feel better, it'll be with the dude.
But
What?
So when are you back here, by the way?
On next week.
Okay. I'm gonna. Can you, before we let you go, can you give your best apology to your fans for not being here 2 shows in a row?
I'm really, really, really sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry.
Ooh, so sorry.
I had family. Ooh, sorry. I had family stuff that I had to do.
Which
family is important.
And you consider your family to be more important than the show?
She apparently considers rocks to be more important than this show.
She fucking loves rocks and stones.
Wait, so did you happen to see the guy, the asshole, who put underneath one of my Instagram pictures? He wrote, he said, "Oh, you made it out okay after having," and he put the poop emoji thrown on you, and then he put, "Why are white women so dramatic?"
Oh.
And I went crazy. I put it on my Instagram story. Some of the people who listen to the podcast wrote him messages, because he blocked me right away, because I was like, "Listen, you can respectfully fuck off. Nice. You don't know the whole story. I was violently attacked. I had an operation on my shoulder. Like, fuck you."
People are dipshits.
And on his page, he has all love is love, and he's gay. Like, wouldn't you be like, love and acceptance? And I don't know, what a fucking troll. I hate him so much.
Well, I appreciate the
Eric Ramirez.
Oh, this fucking Eric Ramirez prick. I'm happy that our listeners went after him for you, though. That's pretty cool.
Oh, it was amazing. Gina wrote the best thing ever. It was awesome.
If I were a serial killer, I guess I would now move my attention from you to him. In this case, awesome. For you,
that would be a good serial killer tact, is to kill anyone with the name Ramirez.
Oh shit!
See how that works?
Just kill people that have serial killer names.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But just remember when in the first Terminator,
Bill Dahmer.
in the first Terminator, he starts killing all the Sarah Connors in the phone book.
Yeah, oh, that's right.
So, not a bad idea.
I think we just made our first film.
Oh, fantastic! It's about time we did. Well, Heidi, you are missed. Look forward to having you back here.
Miss you guys.
Please drive safe.
I'll be back.
And don't get murdered.
Okay, I'll try not to.
All right, we'll talk to you later.
Okay. Bye.
She's gonna get killed. She's so fucking dead. You want to do a couple things before we leave?
Sure.
Okay.
You have reached the voicemail box of
Rare Form Radio.
Please leave a message after the tone.
So this question was asked last week, and I answered it, but I feel like you would be a good gauge of it. Let's hear it.
In the light of James Caan and Tony Sirico's deaths, what's everybody's favorite mob movie?
And now, since that, Ray Liotta.
First of all, it's Sirico, not Sirocco. That's a fucking Volkswagen.
And Sriracha is the hot sauce.
Right.
Okay.
But go ahead.
And Ray Liotta, and also Paul Sorvino just died.
Mm-hmm.
They're all going down.
Yeah.
So what is your opinion? I said mine was Goodfellas, obviously no brainer. Someone argued Godfather. I would like you to walk us through what you think the best mob movie is and why.
Fuck. Goodfellas to me, because of its time period and because of the level, literally the level of the people in it, like the level that they were in organized crime, is more relatable to me because I grew up around some people like that.
Okay.
So it's a more relatable movie to me. Like
Goodfellas.
there's things in the Goodfellas where I was like, oh, I remember situations like that when I was a kid of adults, you know, and stuff like that. Whereas The Godfather is almost like Shakespearean,
right?
And it's so foreign of a world that you're in. You know what I mean? And so, first of all, I think 2 is a better movie than 1.
Which I think a lot of people would say that, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And 3 is kind of just ignored.
Yeah, you don't really lump it in with 1 and 2. It's just it's an afterthought to me. But it's a money grab,
right,
to me. But I mean, I'm sure it wasn't to the filmmaker.
No, I would hope not
to Coppola. But I don't not like it either.
Okay,
you have to separate it in your head from it's not going to be 1 or 2. But what's the best one or the better one? It's a hard thing. I honestly lean more towards Goodfellas as far as it being more realistic of what it was really like. There's such treachery in The Godfather, but there's such nobility too, and like they're fantastic. They're like fantastic characters that, like I said, it's more like a Shakespearean,
like a samurai movie or something.
Yeah,
than just gangsters.
Yeah, than like what it might have been. I think Goodfellas is more of a real depiction of what that life was probably like at that time period. And
Godfather feels more like royalty, like mobster royalty.
Yeah. So like, if it really depends on personal taste, and then at that point, like if you enjoy that more than like, I like the relatable factor.
How old were you when Godfather came out?
It came out in 73.
So you're
the first
a
I was
toddler.
Little. Yeah, I was little. I didn't see it until I was like, I saw it young, 8 or 9 years old or something like that.
I didn't see it until I was like 22.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I was hanging out with Steve Isaacs, and he mentioned The Godfather. I was like, I've never seen that.
I saw Goodfellas. A friend of mine had like a bootleg tape of it before it was released.
That's really hard to do back in the day.
I still have the tape, and it has no credits on it yet.
Wow.
And there's a couple of changes, like where they obviously filmed scenes and then reshot a couple of things.
Oh, no
like
shit.
There's name changes. Like there's a scene.
Have you had it digitized?
No, I should.
You
I
really should.
There's a scene. I don't know if I should even divulge this, but
yeah, why not?
Well,
you're not the only one that has it.
No, I'm sure I'm not. But there's a scene where one of the characters calls somebody a name, and then in the movie it's a different name.
What a weird thing.
Yeah.
What a weird choice.
I actually agree with why they changed it, because the name that was said, I don't exactly remember what it was, but the name that was said in the copy that I had didn't have any ethnicity to it, and it needed ethnicity.
Fair.
Which is why they changed it. So it was probably like a rehearsal take or something that they cut together to see how it was going to play in the movie, you know, in the film. But I got that tape, and like I fucking nearly wore it out. I watched it every day, like when I got home from school or whatever it was.
Were trailers already out? Like, did you know the movie was coming, or someone's like, "I got this movie, check it out"?
I mean, I knew it was being made. I knew it was coming out, but I don't even think trailers were out yet.
Wild.
And I remember sitting a few people down, my brother being one of them, and like, you have to watch this movie. Fuck you, like whatever. And then one night, I remember my brother was gonna go out. He had like plans in the city in Manhattan, and I just put it in and let the first scene play out, and he's standing there and watching it, and then he sat down, and like this was before cell phones or anything. He just didn't show up to meet the people he was supposed to meet and watch. He was like, I can't believe how fucking good that movie was. I'm like, I fucking told you.
What's the opening line? For as
far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
Yeah, it really pulls you in.
Yeah. And just the stabbing and then the closing of the trunk, like to me, it's kind of the perfect movie. And it's the rise and the fall, you know?
Yeah, I can't think of anything about it that I would change or that isn't perfect.
Although a bunch of guys that I did grow up with when the movie eventually came out, that were guys that were in families that were very well connected, let's put it that way, like, I don't know, it's glorifying a rat, because Henry Hill is an informant, And I'm like, glorifying? What do you mean? They're like, well, they make him like, like, da-da. I'm like, but look at the end of the movie. Like, he says it. He ends up nothing. He's in the witness protection program.
It didn't work out.
He loses everything. Yeah, like, it did not work out. What ending did you see that I didn't? Glorify rat. I'm like, shut the fuck up with your stupid fucking code. That's why there's hardly any mob left.
But you didn't say that. Of course not.
No.
Do you remember when Henry Hill went on Stern?
Yeah.
And the guy called and said that like they would fuck each other in prison?
Oh, no, I don't remember that.
Did you know that? So Henry Hill is on, he used to be on Stern quite a bit. And,
I remember when there was one time he was on and Howard set up someone to call in and gave the guy like names, like pretend you're this person's relative that Henry had something to do with the murder or whatever, and started like fucking going down his throat like, you fucking killed my whatever. It was a guy pretending to be like an older woman.
Yeah.
And they totally fooled him. He's like, I'm so sorry. And he remembered like who
That's
the person
a dangerous game for Howard to play.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. So Henry's talking about his time in prison, and this guy calls up on the phone, and he says, "Hey, Henry, you remember me?" And his name was Paulie. I think it was like Paul or Paulie. And Henry goes, "What's your last name?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, I remember you. Yeah, we like they did time together or whatever." Because Henry earlier in the show had called someone a fagula in the interview with Stern. So this guy called up, and they were they definitely knew each other because they were like telling prison stories.
Right.
Henry acknowledged that this is the guy.
Right.
Like, you're a good guy, whatever. And this guy, Paulie, was like, I just want to, like, you should apologize to Howard because you're lying to Howard.
Right.
He goes, that threesome you mentioned a little while ago, and you said it was with another guy, it was with me, and you know that I ended up in your fucking mouth a part of it. And he goes, no. He's denying it. And Howard's like, is that true? Did you suck this guy's dick? And like, I think he did. I mean, the way it's told, Henry was really caught off guard, and it was pretty funny.
That's fucking funny. I actually have artwork by Henry Hill.
What did he do? What kind of stuff did he do?
He used to sell these paintings. He had a page on eBay, and he would sell these paintings of like they would depict scenes of Goodfellas, like of his life, and specifically scenes that were popular amongst the crowd that watched the films. So like I have like 4 or 5 of them, and I bought one where it's like 3 planes and then it says Lufthansa Airport, like, but they're very childlike. Like there's no artistic merit to them whatsoever,
which is kind of
makes them cool, yeah. But he would sell them for like $50, $100, and they're original. Like they're not copies of them.
Where'd you get it from?
From eBay. Like he had a page and like, and I found out about it, and I went on and I bought like 4 or 5 of them.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, I gotta actually frame them and put them up now.
You have to do it.
Yeah,
Belongs
and then
in your
he passed
office.
away, but like I was like, I can't believe like I have his fucking paintings.
It's pretty neat.
And
It's pretty neat.
I'll take pictures of them. I'll send them in if you want to maybe.
Well, yeah, please do. Please do. I want to close with. I found this video on Instagram. It was, you know how like you get suggested videos sometimes. You're a pretty good character. You can assess people pretty well. I want to play this for you, and I want you to explain what you just saw, and then give me this guy's entire backstory. Okay.
Let's do this, guys. Rangers, let's teleport to me now. Need your help. Got a badass monster here.
Well, what first comes to my mind is this guy was was this close to getting the part of Sloth in the Goonies.
Jesus Christ. Good assessment.
He was that close, but they were like, you know what? He's a little too on the money for us.
Shit.
I mean, this guy is not faking it. Like, he's not playing a character.
No, in his mind, he's the guy.
Yeah, and there's retardation going on here, and I can say that clinically. I'm not saying, look, this guy's a fucking retard, like how people don't want me to talk.
No.
But there's retardation. You could see it in his eyes and in his face.
This feels inbred to me too.
Yeah. Well, that's sometimes
sure, a reason.
Sometimes that's the reason.
Some
for
would
it.
say 100% of the time.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it could be.
You know,
but
let's do this, guys. That's my favorite line of the whole thing.
And he's enjoying it. He's into it.
Let's do this, guys.
Wait, there's one line.
Let's teleport to me now. Need your help.
Need your help.
Monster.
That was the line that that was the line that I really connected with. Need your help, because it was real. Play it again. It was he was really asking for help. Good. Need your help. Good. That wasn't written.
Let's do this, guys. Rangers, let's teleport to me now. Need your help. Need your help.
That made it real for me. The need your help.
Teleport to me now.
Yeah. Teleport
I need your help.
now. It's like, okay, he's playing around. I need your help. Like, I was like, oh, he's sold it. This guy knows how to sell it.
What a great line to pick out from the whole thing.
I need your help.
My favorite still is like, let's do this, guys.
Let's do this, guys. Rangers.
He's trying to say Rangers assemble, but it couldn't think of the word assemble, I don't think.
What does he say after the first?
Let's teleport to me now. Need your help.
Rangers assemble.
Rangers. Let's teleport to me now.
He's wearing a Power Rangers costume with no helmet.
What's the first line?
Rangers.
No, the first line.
Let's do this, guys.
Let's do this, guys. It sounds like he's going, let's do this, guys. Marine jokes. That's what I thought he was saying the first time.
Marine jokes?
What the fuck is this guy talking about?
Marine jokes.
Marine jokes.
Teleport. Let's do this,
Let's
guys.
do this, guys. Ready? Marine jokes.
Marine jokes. Teleport. Marine jokes.
Marine jokes.
Marine jokes.
No, he's dressed like a. You can't. It's like his. It's
you have
shot.
to title this episode "Marine
Jokes." Let's do this, guys. Done. That's it. Let me write that down. I got that. But I love this dude. I got to figure out if he has his own full on Instagram page.
Well, like I said, he came this close to getting the part in the Goonies of Sloth.
With no prosthetics.
He also came this close to getting the part of Buffalo Bill in Silence of the Lambs. Because he does have that kind of face, right?
A little bit.
Yeah. Like
the James Gum, but like if James
like
Gum.
Picture this guy doing that dance.
Ooh. Goodbye Horses?
Goodbye Horses. Yeah.
With the tuck?
That would be scarier than the guy who actually played it. And the guy who played it is fucking phenomenal.
Because on this freeze frame, his eyes go in different directions.
Yeah.
So he kind of looks like Buffalo Bill meets Mason Verger.
Yeah,
the guy in the wheelchair with his face chewed off by the pigs. Really something. Cool. I'm happy you enjoyed that one.
Marine jokes.
Marine jokes. Let's do this, guys. Fucking awesome.
Need your help.
Teleport to me now. Need your help.
Need your help.
So fucking good. All right.
All right, we got to end it on that.
We got to end it. Follow Todd Newman at Todd Newman on Instagram.
Yes.
You haven't been posting as much lately. I missed your great pictures.
Yeah, no, it's not for a reason. I just haven't posted lately. It's not like there's certain times where I'm like, fuck that. I'm not posting it. I just don't want to hear it from people or whatever. But no reason.
Have you been painting at all?
It's funny because somebody just brought that up to me yesterday, and I want to start getting back into it.
I need one up here. I got to put some up here.
I might have something that you could have that I've already done.
Please.
I got to look through my stuff. But there's a possibility of an opportunity for me to put one piece in an art show. So
you have to.
Yeah, I want to do something new. I'm like sick of the old shit that I've done already.
Well, dude, I've said it before. I'll say it again. And I'm not kidding. You are my favorite artist.
I might have to paint that guy.
Dude, and pull out the piece of marine jokes. Just this fucking boom. All right. Well, thank you for coming, buddy.
Yes, thank you for
we'll do
having
another
me.
one soon. Everyone, thank you for listening. Support the show on Patreon, patreon.com/rareformradio. Follow us on the socials, blah, blah, blah. And we'll be back next week.
This is Lola, and I'm here to tell the world to stop being such pussies and listen to Rare Form Radio.